Hey guys, and welcome to lesson 5.12, the very last lesson of Unit 5, Change of Base. So to start, I'm going to ask you a question. Can we evaluate a logarithm like log base 3 of 14 on our calculator? Now, most of us don't have those fancy calculators where we can actually choose which base we want. Most of our calculators are defaulted to having log as base 10. So to answer the question, yes, but not directly. Now, I'll show you how we can do it. But first, let's start off by saying that x is equal to log base 3 of 14. So if I wanted to solve for x, there's really not much that I can do except to write it as exponential form. So I would say that 3 to the power of x is equal to our argument of 14. Now, if I've given you an equation like this, where the variable is in the exponent, and there's no way that we can write either of these bases as similar bases, so our next plan of action would be to log both sides. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll log 3 to the power of x, and we'll log 14. And basically, when you do this, you get to choose whichever base you want. We're going to choose log base 10 because that is what works on most of our calculators. Now, at this point, we'll use the power law to take that exponent x and move it to the front as a coefficient. So this becomes x times log base 10 of 3 equaling log base 10 of 14. And now here, to solve for x, we would just divide both sides by log 3. So we actually end up with log 14 over log 3. Now this is something we can do on our calculator because it's both log base 10. So take out your calculators and try log base 10 of 14 divided by log base 10 of 3. And you should get 2.4022. So that's basically how the change of base works. Whenever you have some logarithm that you want to evaluate, but you can't do it directly in your calculator, then basically what happens is the log of your argument divided by the log of your base will actually give you the answer. So this will work with calculators that only work in base 10. So let's try. Let's evaluate log base 5 of 32. Well, based on the formula that we just were given, I can actually change this to log base 10 of the argument divided by log base 10 of my base. And you should end up with 2.1532. So again, just to recap, log of the argument divided by log of the base. And we can actually double check our work if you want to. So double check that 5 to our exponent, 2.1532, is very close to 32. And the more decimal places we have, the more and more closer we would get to 32. Okay, as a last example, we're going to use that rule and go backwards. We want to write it as a single logarithm. So we have both log base 10s here, and again, this would be our argument, and the 3 over 4 would be our base. So to write as a single logarithm, well, I would say log base 3 over 4 of 7. And that's it. Okay, and that ends today's super short lesson. As always, if you have any questions, please make sure you ask in class. Take care, guys.